Hello guys, welcome back to VP Reaction. I'm Vicky.
Peter here.
Welcome to today's reaction episode.
Yeah.
And today you're back with someone new here. I think the person is a comedian because this was suggested to us by Dan, and Dan mentioned that this is one of the best comedian of the time as well.
Okay.
So you're back with another best of the comedians. So his name is is it Buster or Buster? Busterkeaton.
Yeah.
Oh, Busterkeaton.
Busterkeaton.
And then the comedy part of it, or the title of our what maybe the message is all about, is the art of the keg.
The art of the keg.
Okay. The art of the keg.
Yeah.
So interesting. I don't know, but maybe after let's listen to it.
Yeah, let's first take what is keg. You know, you can't get a joke without knowing keg.
Okay.
Or it's a slang. It's gag, not keg. Gag.
I think you just confused me.
Yeah, it's gag.
Gag, yeah.
It means a few different depending on it. To choke, to feel vomiting, to block something in your mouth, to joke, to slang. I was right. To slang.
To slang is
to shocking. It's something meaning online means something is so shocking. I performed gagged me. The performance gagged me. Yeah, that's what I was saying. The performance gagged me, like shocked. It's a modern usage, but that's modern one. Let's go with that, blocking the mouth.
I thought like you were meaning a slang. Maybe they use it in a place maybe to mean something else.
Oh,
that is a slang of a place. Maybe a slang of eating in Kenya, we can say. Maybe, for example, just chopping, it can be a slang to mean eating in a particular place.
Okay.
Like chop rice.
Oh,
something like that, like a slang used in a particular place to mean something else. That's maybe I thought what you had meant before, but let's find out what it's all about. So Booster is new to us, so thank you so much, Dan, for this. Thank you for introducing us to another amazing comedian. We love comedy so much, so stay tuned, guys.
Don't forget to subscribe with this video and to share also what can we do next from your favorites. We'll find a buy me coffee link on our channel. Use that to suggest or support us. Don't forget also to join Patreon. On today's it's Booster on our first time. Let's go.
Hi, my name is Tony, and this is Every Frame a Painting. There are some filmmakers who are so influential that no matter where you look, you see traces of them everywhere.
Oh, that is.
I see this filmmaker's framing in the works of Wes Anderson, his acrobatics and stunts in Jackie Chan,
oh, Jackie Chan,
and his deadpan posture in Bill Murray. He, of course, is Buster Keaton, one of the three great silent...
Busterkeaton.
Yeah, Busterkeaton, one of the three great silent comedians.
Oh, so
the last one we did silent comedian was
Harpo, not Harpo.
The Chaplin, don't forget. Chaplin.
But Harpo is right.
Harpo was also silent comedian and Chaplin.
And comedians.
He was, as we're now beginning to realize, the greatest of all the clowns in the history of the cinema.
And nearly 100 years later, I think he still has plenty to teach us about visual comedy. So today, let's take a look at how the master builds a gag. Ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. The first thing you need to know about visual comedy is that you have to tell your story through action.
Exactly.
Keaton was a visual storyteller, and he never liked it when other directors told their story through the title cards.
The average picture used 240 titles. That was about the average.
240 was the average?
Yes, and the most I ever used was 56.
He avoided title cards by focusing on gesture and pantomime. In this shot, you never find out what these two are talking about. Everything you need to know is conveyed through the table and their body language.
But what you had to say, you
the
had to
table
communicate to the
thinking.
audience in only one way. Through action.
That's right. We eliminated subtitles just as fast as we could if we could possibly tell it in action.
Keaton believed that each gesture you did should be unique. Never do the same thing twice. Every single fall is an opportunity for creativity. But once you know the action, we come to the second problem. Where do you put the camera? Visual gags generally work best from one particular angle. And if you change the angle, then you're changing the gag, and it might not work as well. Finding the right angle is a matter of trial and error. So let's take a look at two possible camera.
I think that's the last one, the gag, the performance.
By the way.
Yeah.
If you change the angle, you're changing the gag. Okay. Or you are changing maybe what you like.
What you are meaning.
Yes, the meaning.
Yeah, because the last one was saying sometimes online means something is so shocking, impressive. You are changing that impressive, the intense. Yeah, for example, the performance was gang me. It means unbelievable. Yeah, I think it's something like that. Let's continue.
Camera placements for the same joke. Here's the first one. And here's the second.
So that child was not connected to the car.
Have you seen that? Have you seen the change of camera angle?
Okay.
Yeah, let's go back. See the difference between the two. The first one, you couldn't notice that the car was not connected. See this? It's right.
And here's the second.
It's here. The first one.
And here's the second.
By the way.
You'll notice in the first angle, the car takes up most of the frame, and we don't get a clear look at Buster until he turns around.
Yeah.
But in the second angle,
You can see
the car's placed in the background, and we always have a clear view of his face. This split second, where he doesn't know what's happening but we do, that's much better from over here. And in the first angle, the framing splits our attention. Our eyes want to look at his face and the sign at the same time. But after reframing the scene, our eyes naturally look at him, then the sign, then back to him. Much better.
Okay.
Now we come to the third question. What are the rules of this particular world? Buster's world is flat and governed by one law. If the camera can't see it, then the characters can't see it either. In Buster's world, the characters are limited by the sides of the frame and by what's visible to us, the audience.
Yeah.
And this allows him to do jokes that make sense visually, but not logically. A lot of his gags are about human movement in the flat world. He can go to the right, to the left, up, down, away from the lens, or towards it. Look familiar?
Yeah.
She's been murdered. And you think I did it.
Like Wes Anderson, Buster Keaton found humor in geometry. He often placed the camera further back so you could see the shape of a joke. There are circles, triangles, parallel lines, and of course, the shape of the frame itself, the rectangle. I think staging like this is great because it encourages the audience to look around the frame and see the humor for themselves. In this shot, think about where your eyes are looking.
Straight.
Now where's he? Some of these gags have their roots in vaudeville and are designed to play like magic tricks. And like all great magic tricks, part of the fun is trying to guess how it was done.
I think there was a door there.
Yeah.
Just passed through it.
Keaton had a name for gags.
And how did he pass through the lid?
It's just an opening. I think they tried to just cover it with something like when you pass through it will it's like it
But
will-
someone came out of that place.
Magic tricks.
He just passed through it like a window, so he just passed through. Oh.
But someone came. He passed through the stomach of someone. Huh? See this.
She look like
Gags have their
magic.
roots in vaudeville and are designed to play like magic tricks.
Yes.
Yeah. See then.
And like all great magic tricks, part of the fun is trying to guess how it was done.
Yeah.
Keaton had a name for gags like these. He called them impossible gags. They're some of his most inventive and surreal jokes. But as a storyteller, he found them tricky because they broke the rules of his world.
We had to stop doing impossible gags and what we call cartoon gags. We lost all of that when we started making feature.
Gags are like skits or something.
What performance?
Like impossible gags, like it's like the moves and all that.
Or like the shots you perform.
Yeah, like they stop doing this impossible and doing the other, like those the movements, what they are doing and all that.
Pictures. They had to be believable, or your story wouldn't hold up.
So instead, he focused on what he called the natural gag, the joke that emerges organically from the character and the situation. Consider what he does with this door. Keaton claimed that for visual comedy, you had to keep yourself open to improvisation.
How much of it was planned and how much came out in the actual doing? How much was improvised, you know?
Well, as a rule, about 50% you have in your mind before you start the picture, and the rest you develop as you're making it.
Sometimes he would find a joke he liked so much that he would do a callback to it later.
Oh!
But other times, jokes that he'd planned beforehand wouldn't work on the day. So he would just get rid of them.
Because they don't stand up and they don't work well. And then the accidental ones come.
No.
He was supposed to make this jump, but since he missed,
Oh, that's bad. Like I was really tensing myself.
he decided to keep the mistake and build on it.
So you seldom got a scene like that good the second time. You generally got them that first one.
Maybe that's one of the reasons there was so much laughter in the house the other night. I mean, the younger people and I had this feeling that what we were seeing was happening now.
Exactly.
That has happened only once. It was not something that was pre-done and done and done.
And that brings us to the last thing about Buster Keaton, and his most famous rule. Never fake a gag. For Keaton, there was only one way to convince the audience that what they were seeing was real. He had to actually do it. Without cutting. He was so strict about this that he once said, "Either we get this in one shot, or we throw out the gag." And it's why he remains vital nearly 100 years later. Not just for his skill, but for his integrity. That's really him. And no advancement in technology can mimic this. Even now,
That's really true. Like, you can't redo it. I have a story later.
we're amazed when filmmakers actually do it for real. But I think he did it better 95 years ago. So no matter how many times you've seen someone else pay homage to him,
I think you can't do that in real life. You will really die.
nothing beats the real thing.
Okay.
So let's say all these were real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I've seen some examples of that falling a wall from others who have tried it in later in St. But for his, really looks exactly real.
I think it depends with the way you just edit it and the way you place all the
Okay. Oh, so much interesting to see this.
for it to look so like very real. You're seeing it like a building, not like a setup just to maybe show like it's a building, but it's not. But for his, you see like it's a real building. With
Yeah,
things
it's a real
inside.
building. But
Yeah.
and to say a gag
A gag.
is a skit or a short performed.
Oh yes, just like a joke. That
Yeah.
maybe you shoot a particular joke you want to present it to the people. So I think that's the gag.
And for him, he said that to do it real, he couldn't have to repeat it. If it fails, it fails. And sometimes when it fails, it also brings another humor.
Yeah, you improvise maybe to something else.
Something
you are trying to shoot this, then you missed it, so you will improvise like maybe to another, to something else.
Yeah. But by repeating, I was giving that story. I think you know the story of a comedian who got a gig to go and feature on a short, on a, let's say, a film, no? And then he was being new there. You really need to impress your bosses, and be giving another shows and becoming another episodes. So he was giving an example, like in the kitchen, you will be so furious and you will eat that tomato that you have been cutting. So for him, he wanted to impress the bosses. So when they say like start, then he was so furious he took the onions. Then they say repeat again, repeat another shot. So every time he was doing that again, he found himself like he finished the old onion and it's not that tasty in the mouth.
Oh, so he was just doing it for the people to laugh.
For the people to laugh, yeah.
To impress, but they keep telling you, repeat.
Repeat. The director says now,
cut.
Then repeat again. Then for him, he really wants to do it again. Then he takes another onion.
Just to prove them, but in reality, you're really suffering.
You're really suffering.
Okay.
So I prefer the Buster's a way of one shot. Yeah.
By the way, that makes sense. But I think we'd love to know like to see some of his skits, maybe just maybe the skits he shot. Just pure skits. That would be really great.
Oh, he has a high IQ. Also, you need a IQ also to laugh to his jokes.
Yes. And he called them like the
silent.
The silent clip. The silent.
Yeah, he's our favorite third. He started by saying our favorite third, silent comedian, something.
But there was a name towards it. I just forgot. But he mentioned it.
Cinema guy? What name?
I don't know, but I think if you hear him, he mentioned it several times. Oh my god, I just lost the name. Visual, something. I don't know why the name, but just visual. Okay. I just forgot it, totally forgotten it.
I can't remember to help you. I'm really trying to find the word, but I found visual somewhere, but it was visually, then there's...
I think it is just on his mentions. I don't know if he written
it.
But it's, I think the whole thing of just silent filming and all that, it has a name, something visual.
Okay.
I don't know what visual, I just forgot it. But you guys can mention that in the comments. But this was really interesting. But I think most of these silent films, it was for the people who was maybe shooting maybe in the year before the 1920s. Most of everything was just silent
40s,
films.
Yeah. By the way, before they introduce subtitles and audios as we go on. Okay, but thank you, Dan, for this. This one was shared to us by Dan. And making this happen again, share your favorite on our Buy Me Coffee link. Subscribe, stay tuned.
Share much about him. Also share much about his the skits, the comedy clips and all that. And also, you can tell us when was he releasing all this.
But then so somewhere, it was written in the train. Sorry. So
also, he mentioned like this. It was happening. Keaton was, I think, shooting in 90 years before or something. He mentioned
who are so influential that no matter where you look, you see traces of them everywhere.
I saw this, but I'm not sure this was 1229.
Maybe it's 12. No. I've seen maybe 90.
No, it's 1229. That's what I saw on the train. But guys, share more about him and stay tuned.
See you on our next video.